Tom was a simple fisherman who lived in a little hut by the sea. Each morning, he walked to the shore with his old net, hoping to catch enough fish to feed himself and sell at the market. Though his life was simple, Tom often thought about how wonderful it would be to have riches and live like a king. One sunny morning, Tom cast his net into the clear blue sea. He waited patiently, humming a tune. When he pulled the net, it felt heavy. Tom smiled, thinking it must be a big catch. But when he looked closer, he saw only one shining golden fish tangled in the net. The fish shimmered in the sunlight, glowing like a treasure from the ocean's depths. As Tom reached to untangle it, the fish looked up at him and spoke. Its voice was soft and sweet. "Let me go back to the sea, kind fisherman, and I will grant you 3 wishes." Tom was startled. A talking fish. He thought for a moment. Could this be the answer to all my dreams? But he was also kind-hearted and could not let the fish suffer. He untangled it gently and placed it back in the water. "Very well, golden fish," he said. "I wish for a big house with a garden filled with fruit trees and flowers." The fish nodded and flicked its golden tail. "Your wish is granted. When you go home, you will see your house." Tom hurried back to his little hut, but when he reached the spot, he stopped and stared. There, standing tall and grand, was a beautiful house with sparkling windows and a lush green garden. Birds chirped in the trees, and the air smelled sweet with flowers. Tom could hardly believe his eyes. Days passed, and Tom lived happily in his big house. But soon he began to feel that something was missing. The house was lovely, but it was quiet and empty. He thought of his second wish. The golden fish had promised him 3 wishes, and he had 2 left. The next morning, Tom went to the shore. He called out to the golden fish, and soon it appeared, its golden scales gleaming in the water. "Golden fish, I have another wish. I want a chest full of gold coins so I will never have to work again." The fish nodded and swished its tail. "Your wish is granted. Go home and you will find what you asked for." Tom ran back to his house. In the corner of the room, he saw a large chest. When he opened it, his eyes widened. It was filled with gold coins that sparkled like the sun. Tom laughed with joy. "Now I am rich. I can buy anything I want." For the next few days, Tom bought fine clothes, delicious food, and everything he had ever dreamed of. But something still felt wrong. He no longer went fishing, and the days felt long and empty. He missed the simple joy of casting his net and feeling the sea breeze on his face. One evening, Tom sat by the window of his grand house looking at the sea. He thought about how happy he used to feel, even in his little hut. The golden fish had given him everything he wanted, but he realized he no longer felt at peace. The next morning, Tom went to the shore again. He called out to the golden fish, and it appeared, its eyes sparkling as always. "Golden fish," he said, "I have one last wish. But this time, my wish is not for me. I wish for you to be free forever so that you can swim happily in the sea." The golden fish looked at Tom, its eyes shining with gratitude. "You are kind, fisherman. Because of your selfless wish, you will always have enough. Your nets will be full, and your heart will never know hunger or sorrow." With that, the golden fish disappeared into the waves, leaving only a golden glow in the water. From that day on, Tom lived simply but happily. His nets always brought him plenty of fish, and his heart was full of joy. He no longer thought about riches or grand houses. Instead, he found happiness in the beauty of the sea, the warmth of the sun, and the kindness he had shown to a golden fish. Lesson of the story. This story teaches the importance of kindness, contentment, and understanding that true happiness comes not from riches, but from a peaceful heart and a grateful spirit.